We have got a full member profile show today, and next up we've got Kelley Welf. She is with Charitable MN. Kelley, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Chamber of Commerce.
Thanks, Pete. It's great to be with you.
Hey, I'm glad you reached out, number one, and joined. We appreciate that. And the fact that you took the step and said, oh, heck yeah, I'll do TV. Most people are like, what? But it's important. And that's why we do this show. That's why we do member profiles. That's what you tell me all the time. I can't tell you how many comments I get from people who go, you know, I love that part of the show. That's why we do it. So you can learn about who some of these 600 plus members of the Chamber are and what it is they have to offer. And you're going to find out about one of them right now. All right, Kelley, tell us a little bit about the mission of Charitable MN.
All right. Well, our purpose is to enable youth to participate in cheerleading and other underserved programs and activities. And you might notice in our name that we've got the capital A on the able part. That was intentional. We wanted to convey to folks that, you know, we're enabling youth to participate in programs by making them available and affordable.
Yeah, and that is wonderful. Now, how did Charitable MN get started?
Well, it started about 15 years ago, when a few of us on the board joined the Booster Club at Coon Rapids High School because our daughters made the competition cheer team. And so got involved, and our girls really had a fantastic experience in cheer. They learned teamwork, you know, in addition to skills and, you know, doing all the cheerleading stuff, which was fun and terrifying at the same time. But they learned teamwork and commitment and perseverance and leadership and all these really great life skills that really resonated for us as parents. And so they earned bids to compete at a national level in Florida. And it was there that we realized, cheerleading is a really big deal in the South and not so much in the North. And so wouldn't it be neat if we could start some kind of a program where kids could learn about, learn the skills and the techniques and all the things that would make them better athletes by the time they got to the high school level, and thereby make their high school team more competitive.
Sure.
So that was the birth of our idea. And then we started a charitable gambling operation to help support our program initiatives, and more recently broadened our scope to supporting youth.
Wonderful.
And particularly the underserved programs.
Yeah, and
activities.
15 years later, boy, that went quick, didn't it?
It sure did.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I think we all think we're lifers now.
Yeah,
So.
well, I think you're on that track. You know, you'd mentioned life skills. Boy, isn't that all of it? And no matter what age, I had my kids involved in everything. If they had some interest, Brandon and I said, heck yeah, let's do it. Because there are life skills. Even for a 6-year-old, you don't think they're watching everything. They're watching everything, and they are learning. And to be a part of a group is such a positive life experience. And to have wins, but to have losses, all of that stuff is good life skills. And so, you know, God bless Charitable MN for everything that you guys are doing, because it does make a difference in youth. And isn't that really what we're looking for?
Yeah, sure
is to have them start this thing called life with some of that in their background and be able to move forward. All right, we got somebody out there, Kelley, and they're watching going, all right, so what programs do you offer for my kid or grandkid?
Well, right now we have 2 programs. The first is AMP Athletics. This is really the brainchild. This is the program. It's based in Coon Rapids. Colleen Raymond is the executive director there, and she's doing a phenomenal job. Programs for the little ones all the way up, skills, training, competition, all the levels. She's just, she's the fulfillment of our dream.
Sure.
So very thrilled, and they get, the bulk of our funding. We had the idea to do a combine, which is basically a recruiting event, only this time for cheerleading instead of for football or, all the other sports. So we held it at Coon Rapids High School. It was a great event. We had 25 colleges from across the country. A bunch of kids came, and we really got terrific feedback from the people who had attended. The colleges were coming up to us and saying, how many years have you been doing this? And boy, we really need events like this. This is something we really, really need. I'm so glad you're doing it, and we'll be back. And so we looked at ourselves and went, well, I guess we got another program.
Yes, I guess
And
you
we're
do.
going to have to do this again next year and do it, bigger and better.
Sure.
So this year, I'm really thrilled to say that we are going to be having the Combine at the University of Minnesota in their Twin Cities campus in their field house. Very excited to be able to give those kids that experience to be on a college campus and have that, college vibe. So really thrilled about that. So it's the Midwest College Cheer Combine that we are hosting right now. So those are our two main programs.
Excellent. All right, Kelley, we got some folks out there going, all right, how can I get involved? I love what I'm hearing.
Well, I hope you do, because we need board members. We are currently an all-woman board, but that does not mean that men should not apply. We really need people that live in Coon Rapids. But again, if you don't live in Coon Rapids, don't let that stop you. If you are interested in supporting youth, if you have a passion for growing the sport of cheerleading, we need you. And I really would love to have you reach out to us. We also have some committees where you don't have to be on the board, but you can still help us. We have a program committee, and of course right now it's all about the Combine. So if you have event planning experience or interest in that, or even if you have ideas for other ways that we can support youth, we want to grow that part of our mission. And then the other place where we really need help is marketing. We are a small board. We just do not have the bandwidth to do all the things that you need to do to bring awareness to this organization and the things that we're offering. So we're super happy to be here today to have this chance to reach out to a lot of people for that.
All right, Kelley, somebody is out there going, okay, I can help. I can do it.
Yay.
I can. How do they get a hold of you? More importantly, just how do they find out more about Charitable MN, AMP Athletics, all of that stuff for anything that they've heard here today?
Yeah, so the best way to do that is to visit our website. It's www.CharitAbleMN.org. And you can learn more about us there. Click on the board tab. You'll see all our lovely faces, learn a little bit more about us, and then there's a drop down there that has all the information about when we meet, where we meet, expectations, time commitment, and then there's also links there so you can reach out to us if you're interested in joining the board, and we hope you do.
That's great. Kelley Welf, she is with Charitable MN. Great job with everything that you're doing. Feel
Thank
good
you.
about that. Can't wait to see what the next 15 years is going to bring, because it's going to
Have a
happen
lot
just
more
like
gray
that.
hair.
All right, we're taking a break. When we come back, it's road construction time. Orange, is it your favorite color? Maybe, maybe not. I know there's a chunk of orange that I like, and I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. We'll get into that right after this.